What's up guys, Andrew Strip coming at you guys today with a brand new video. Today is Slashback Saturday, and yeah, today's entry is going to be for a slasher film from this decade, and this was definitely kind of I kind of knew right away which one I wanted to do, but kind of sitting there and thinking about all the slashers that have come out in the past 9 years here. There's definitely some amazing movies in there in that line, but in the end I think I picked one that I had to go with, and that's actually going to be Victor Crowley. So for those of you who know me, I'm a massive fan of the Hatchet franchise. Adam Green is one of my all-time favorite directors, so I feel like I definitely had to include one of these movies at some point. I'm sure the other ones will make it through future videos. But yeah, this is the fourth installment in the Hatchet franchise, also titled Victor Crowley, and this came out in 2017, written and directed by Adam Green. And the really awesome thing about this film was it was kind of a surprise. No one knew that this was happening. Originally, the Hatchet franchise was supposed to be a trilogy and then be done and over with. Adam Green was able to secretly film this movie, and at a 10th anniversary Hatchet screening, he actually unveiled the movie, surprising audiences, not knowing any idea that this movie was going to exist. And then he did a really cool tour that fall, touring the film, and I think he did it in several different countries all throughout the United States. And the reason why this holds a special place in my heart was because I actually got to go to one of those screenings and meet Adam Green, which was just super cool. I mean, like I said, I'm a big Adam Green fan. He had a date here in Colorado at the Telluride Horror Film Festival. However, he was not going to be attending at that location. This film was just going to be screening. And by the time I looked at, it's a 4-hour drive from Denver, and then you're going to have to pay for festival tickets. It just wasn't realistic at the time. But I saw he was actually going to be traveling to Nebraska in Omaha, which is not terribly far. I mean, it's about a 5-6 hour drive. But it was much cheaper to just buy a ticket to the Alamo Drafthouse and be able to go see it there. Plus, I got to meet him, had him sign a bunch of merch, and watch the film with him, do a Q&A. So that's definitely why this film holds a special place in my heart and why I had to pick it. But yeah, I mean, we'll talk about the film some more here. So this takes place exactly 10 years after the first film, because the first 3 films, they take place back to back all in a matter of 3 days. So this is 10 years later, where the character Andrew Young, he's writing a book. He just released a book called I, Survivor, talking about the Babe Butcher and how he survived the murders. However, everyone is not believing his ghost story of Victor Crowley because there was no evidence of Victor Crowley actually being there, so everyone's accusing him of being the murderer. Then he's offered a buttload of money, but in reality it's not a lot of money. Felissa Rose, who is his agent, I would say, convinced him to go back for one more scene of the crime, I guess, fly back to where the murders take place to do an interview. And so they get on a plane. The plane, of course, crashes, and it's kind of all downhill from there. So I know a lot of people were not a big fan of this one. When I saw this, I absolutely loved it, thought it was great. It is definitely becoming, I don't know, it's so hard because I really do love all the Hatchet films, and I'm wondering if this might be my all-time favorite one. It's definitely a lot more goofy, less serious. The kills in this are amazing. It's all practical effects, which is amazing. And it's just over the top, for sure. I mean, I know, like the scene here where Felissa Rose's character gets killed is absolutely phenomenal. She, Victor Crowley rips her arm off while she's talking on the phone and shoves it up her, her insides until it essentially comes out of her mouth, still holding the phone. Just absolutely ridiculous. You got tons of blood splatter. But yeah, they're just trying to survive after this plane crashes. There's also kind of another thing going on where there's this young aspiring filmmaker who wants to make a Hatchet movie based off the story. However, everyone's trying to make a Hatchet movie at the time, or a Victor Crowley movie, and they end up being there where the plane crashes, and like I said, they're all trying to be together and survive. But yeah, I mean, overall, I absolutely love it. You got some great cameos in here, some great actors. Like I said, Felissa Rose makes her appearance in here. You got Adam Green, Joe Lynch, just a great cast. I love the guy that plays, his name is slipping me right now. I can't even think. Andy, I think his name's Andy. I want to say, I could totally be wrong, but he's just this goofy guy. You also got, what's her name? Oh, Laura Ortiz, who's in Holliston, as well as The Hills Have Eyes, the remake. But yeah, I mean, overall, just a fantastic film. I highly, highly recommend it if you guys have not seen it. In all reality, too, you don't even need to see the first 3 films to be able to see this one. It just totally does make sense as a film on its own, and I'm definitely curious to see where the franchise will go from here, if there will be any more sequels. I know they've been kind of continuing the story in the comic book form, which is another really cool thing. But yeah, guys, this is my pick for this Saturday's Slashback Saturday. My modern day slasher from this decade, Victor Crowley. Let me know what you guys think down below if you guys have seen this film. Just let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys next Saturday for the Horror Man's next challenge. And I know he just mentioned what it was, and I can't remember. It's slipping my mind already too. But yeah, I'll leave a link to Joe the Horror Man, his channel down below. Make sure you guys go check it out. Make sure you guys participate in this challenge too, because it's such a blast, such an awesome challenge to be doing. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.